You're listening to Thunder and Lightning on SuperTalk Mississippi, covering Mississippi State sports like nobody else. With Sports Talk Mississippi's Brian Haydad and Robbie Falk of On3 Sports. Now get ready for Thunder and Lightning.
It's Thunder and Lightning here on SuperTalk Mississippi. Brian Haydad and Robbie Falk here with you on a Wednesday morning. Thanks for joining us here at supertalk.fm or wherever it is that you get podcasts from. Appreciate you guys out there, our great listeners, especially our servicemen and women out there taking care of us. I want to thank our sponsors over at Strange Brew Coffee House and Churn and Spoon Ice Cream. Start your day the right way with a trip to the drive-thru over at Strange Brew Coffee House here in Starkville. Or Brupolo over in Tupelo. It'd be a little weird, Robbie, if Brupolo was in Owens Wells.
That would be super weird.
Or if you're on our great state, you can enjoy Strange Brew Coffee each and every morning. Just a click away at strangebrewcoffeehouse.com. I got to read you this from their Wikipedia. Owens Wells was once the home to a mineral spring and resort.
Oh.
A hotel was built near the spring that was frequented by citizens of the Delta. The resort could accommodate up to 150 guests, and the springs were purported to cure torpid liver, malaria, chills and fever, indigestion, dyspepsia, biliousness, general debility, constipation, all forms of kidney trouble, and piles.
What's piles?
I'm scared to Google because I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Yeah, it's a hemorrhoid.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
It'll cure the mineral spring.
I need to forget. I might have to go look into that, so we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
The Mississippi Beef Council wants to remind you that beef, it is what's for dinner. Whenever you're cooking up this weekend, nothing beats the sizzle of beef on the grill. Going to be a great weekend to cook out. Take advantage of it and enjoy a fantastic steak, some burgers, or hey, go big with a brisket or tri-tip of picanha. A lot of options, and they're all going to be delicious. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Thanks to our friends at the Mississippi Beef Council. College Corner, collegecornerstore.com is the place to find the maroon and white merchandise that you're looking for. Father's Day is sneaking up on us, guys. If you haven't made that purchase, just do it now at College Corner. They've got what Dad wants. They've got all the new logos. They've got all the new gear. Everything Mississippi State Dad needs, it's at College Corner. 2 locations in the Jackson area, original by Fleet Feet, followed by the Half Shell, or you can shop online at collegecornerstore.com. Restaurant Tyler, Starkville's flagship restaurant. For lunch, dinner, or Sunday brunch, the best meal in town always going to be at Restaurant Tyler. You don't need a special occasion if you're going to have a dinner at Restaurant Tyler. The dinner is the special occasion. Best steak in Starkville, fantastic chicken, pasta, our appetizer selections on point, and of course, the best dessert in Starkville, the famous stuffed pancake. You can have a fantastic meal. All you got to do is drive over to Restaurant Tyler. Priority One Bank, 16 locations to serve you throughout central Mississippi. Let PriorityOneBank.com be your guide and show you not only where they're located, but how they're going to help you invest and manage your money, and most importantly, prepare for the future. Now more than ever, when you have questions about your money, you need answers, you need them on your schedule. You need a bank that's going to provide that level of service, a bank that knows you as well as it knows your money. That needs to be Priority One Bank. Before we do anything else, we know what we got to do. It's probably going to be a late night for our guy. It's definitely going to be a late night for Robbie Falk. A late night for our friend, Future Brian, who now tells us what happened in Hoover. Let's go down to our one and only correspondent here on Thunder and Lightning, Future Brian. They moved the game to 9:30 in the morning. Talk to you then. He's probably very tired.
Thank you, Future Brian.
Or
shut up.
You know, what's funny is he may not have. I'm going to be really mad if they cancel this game because of the weather.
Yeah, there's just nothing there.
Yeah, well, at that point, I'm just gonna come back up here and just be like, "Hello, friends."
Game's canceled.
Game's canceled.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Just go to the next. Exactly. So, all right. Let's jump into the Rumblings. The Rumblings are brought to you by our good friends over at Paul Davis Restoration. When disaster strikes, you need a name you can trust. Paul Davis Restoration is here to help you recover from water, fire, mold, or storm damage 24/7. Can Paul Davis Restoration restore damage from being preseason number 1 and then not making the NCAA tournament?
I don't know if we can go that far, but
well, if they could, they would.
If you have some things you want to get done at the house,
yeah,
maybe a business, they
can do that.
They're the ones,
but they cannot.
I don't know if anybody can fix Texas A&M.
I don't know.
I
don't think they
whatever
can.
they got going on over there.
I mean, Trev Alberts is a disaster as an athletic director. Maybe
it appears.
I don't know. Paul Davis, we'll see. If you need fast professional service to restore your home or business to its original condition, call Paul Davis Restoration today. Your recovery and property improvement are their priorities. 662-769-7285. Let them bring your property back to life. If you're in Starkville, if you're in the Golden Triangle, if you're in Tupelo, call Paul Davis Restoration. All right, let's just jump right in. We got some good questions today. And our first one is from our friend Colton Watson, who says, when is the last time a state player in any sport had as quietly dominant a season as Ace Reese? That's a good question. You're talking about, not getting a lot of
It's got to be under the radar.
was Kevin Coleman, would you say dominant? I mean, he had a great season, but nobody talked about him.
I would say either Colton Ledbetter or RJ Yeager.
If you're going with baseball, that's good choices. I'll give you another one. Fred Ross.
Yeah.
His senior year when he caught like 86 passes, nobody was talking about Fred Ross.
Yeah, which I think he set the school record 2015, didn't he?
He said it in 2015 or 2016.
Might have been 16.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
He doesn't have it anymore, but yeah, you're right.
We have an official trailer for Welcome to Derry. I'm gonna have to save that.
Yeah, we'll be checking that out later. Put a dollar figure on Reese's value to Mississippi State next season. He'd probably be a 7-figure guy. He'd get close to it.
I think close to $1 million.
Yeah.
I mean, the competition that you're going to have to deal with this guy in the portal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're talking probably LSU, Texas A&M, Texas, Tennessee. Mm-hmm. I imagine they're all going to be coming after him. I mean, A&M maybe won't be as big a factor if they're in a coaching change. I don't know. But I imagine Jim Schlossnagle is going to have his dirty, grimy hands in on that.
All right.
Everybody else.
Yeah. 3-2-1 bully. Who will be the next statues at the Dude and Davis Way? Well, you say the next statue at Davis Way. You mean the first statue at Davis Way? At Davis Way, likely Dak Prescott.
You would think.
But, I mean, they're going to let his pro career play out and, make sure. Dak is not somebody I worry about having a scandal, but at the same time, you have to let all that play out.
Yeah.
At the Dude, I mean, it could be Mangum.
Jake Mangum, I would think.
You could make a case for him. There's been the talk about that iconic photo of Rowdy Jordan and Tanner Allen walking off the field the last time. That could be a potential one.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I mean, I don't think Rooker's going to get one.
I think Mangum holding the first base bag after he got
the
SEC record and hits.
Yeah.
That probably should be immortalized somewhere. Eventually, you might have to do like what LSU does, and you just have this little section outside the stadium of busts of like your great players. And not so much just a bunch of huge statues, but, State's got the Ring of Honor or whatever in right field, but there might be a situation where you have a thing like the Yankees do or like LSU does with just busts, like just
could
their
happen.
heads.
That's actually not a bad idea, to be honest.
I mean, because there's so many guys, iconic players that you can talk about that deserve something like that. I don't know if there's going to be enough room to do all of it. But Jake Mangum certainly deserves it.
Great. Christopher Gordon asks, would you rather have unlimited free beers or no hangovers for the rest of your life? The easy answer here is free beers. Okay? Because I can handle a hangover. I'm not going to get drunk every day just because I have free beers.
Yeah, I guess it depends how much you're drinking.
But here's what you didn't say. I have free beers, right? So what you're saying is when I walk into the bar, the drinks are on the house. I'm paying for the bar. I'm going to be the most popular guy in the world. Everywhere I go, the beer's free. Okay.
Yeah, every time you walk in.
Oh, it's that guy.
The bartender's like, crap.
I'll tip.
I'm about to lose a ton of money.
We'll get a tip. Yeah.
They'll get their $10. Yeah. That's what you're willing to pay me to say something incriminating on social media. I get $10.
What if I will give you $10 right now if you will tweet at Jeff Lebby, hey buddy, let's pick it up a little bit. Yeah.
Brian's like, hey, if you go stab this guy, I'll give you $20.
$20.
Like, oh yeah, okay, that's gonna help me out.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna have a $2 million bond, but I'll have $20 to put in the pot.
It'll be fine. Pat in Paris, February 14th, 1999. Me and a buddy went to Memphis to see the St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh, yeah. Another buddy came up to us while waiting in line and explained everything that was going to happen. Big Show making his debut during the cage match between Stone Cold and Vince McMahon. I knew wrestling was scripted, but I was still extremely upset. It ruined the whole show. Have either of you had an inside info on a show before, and was my reaction justified? the buddy that spilled the beans was a son of a trainer in WWF at that time. I would be so mad.
I thought he was just reading dirt sheets or something.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, I've read spoilers before. They're like, hey, they expect so and so. Like, well, the big one I remember is when the Radicals showed up on Raw. Everybody's like, they're there. Like, somebody had done some like called one of the hotels and asked for Chris Benoit's room and Dean Malenko's room, and like gotten them.
Well, and also it was taped. The Raw was taped back
Raw,
then.
but that Raw was live though.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. So, but that being said, I would be really mad.
WCW used to put out spoilers.
Oh yeah.
On the show.
I would be really mad if somebody did that to me. I would not be happy about it.
Well, now you have social media and stuff. If you're not watching it live, you have a ton
You're
of
screwed.
spoilers.
But this is something where you're in the stadium, you're in the arena, you're watching the show, and the guy's like, "Oh yeah, the big show's under the ring." I would have been mad.
Yeah,
you would have.
I mean, I'm not a big I don't really care for surprises.
Okay, I see. I like surprise. I like to be surprised.
I remember this show very well though because
that was great.
My friend Moose, I think his like stepsister or something was there, and so like he came to church the next Wednesday or something and had Polaroids of the show.
Yeah. Oh wow.
And I was like,
Polaroids.
Like, it was like pictures of like the pyramid outside before it started, because this was at the pyramid. FedEx Forum was not.
That's
here.
right. That's right.
And then like pictures of the steel cage, Paul White coming in. Like it was really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah. You know what
back
I remember
then, like I would have had no chance of going to this because I was going to be in church on Sunday night.
You know what I remember the most about this show?
What?
Since the Rock's baby left him.
Oh yeah,
that's a good one.
He got on the mic and sang that.
He sang. Yeah. What are your views on magicians? I love watching shows where the stunts get debunked, but however, I have seen particular tricks that don't make sense. I love magicians. I'm always, and I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Magic.
I want to keep the magic.
I love magic.
I don't want to know. Courtney Marone asks us, why does almost every truck back in when parking? Is it easier to back in than out? Every time I get gas at Costco, it seems more and more people are pulled up opposite their gas cap. The bodies in the gas pump are contorted. I want to answer the second question first. Those people are idiots. All right. How do you not know where your gas cap is? Pull up to the side that's on.
Yeah.
I got an issue with that.
I also don't like whenever people have a chance to just move up to the next gas pump so somebody can come in behind them.
Yes.
And they
move
stop
up.
Right there. It's like, now I got to drive around this person and back
up.
in.
I can't stand
I hate
it.
backing into
You're
gas
correct.
Part.
The second one is, and you're a truck driver, but I don't think you're not a big back end guy, are you?
Yeah, I'll back in.
You back in?
Yeah.
I don't back in. I pull through. Like if I go to Kroger,
I'll do that.
I do that. I try to find spots that I can just pull all the way up.
I just like being able to get in my truck and zoom out.
You know who
I don't
hates
have to worry about
people who back
around.
in? You know who hates people who
Neil
back
McCready.
in? Neil McCready hates them.
And he says they're all state fans, which I don't understand.
John Bryant Stewart asked, Brian, what does your diet consist of on your non-cheat days? Well, first of all, I don't really have cheat days. I try not to. I had 46.
Every day's a cheat day.
I had 46 years of cheat days.
That's true.
So I try to keep it. So if you're asking me what I eat, like I eat 2 meals a day. I don't do snacks.
Watches his calories.
I try to watch my calories. Like just for example, so it's not healthy. But yesterday for lunch I had pizza rolls, but I had like 20 pizza rolls. It's like 700 calories. And then for dinner last night I ate some leftover pot roast. I made a couple of pita sandwiches. I took one piece of pepper jack cheese over about 3 ounces of pot roast on a pita. That's a total of about 750 calories. I think 800 calories. So that's what I eat. Like tonight for dinner, I'm doing some chicken, some rice, and some broccoli. I don't know what we're doing for lunch yet. So. Where are we going for lunch?
I don't know.
All right. Well,
sugar is like really bad for you. I love sugar.
Yeah.
If you cut out sugar in your diet, it will do wonders for you.
That's the biggest thing for me is the Cokes.
I think
sugar
is killing us all, and this is coming from a person that eats a lot of sugar.
And I don't rob myself of that. If I want a cookie, I want some ice cream, I'll eat it.
Yeah.
So. You didn't say anything in the text about my accomplishment today.
What was your accomplishment?
I put it in the group text.
I got a 1 month old baby.
That's
I was
true.
late.
I guess I can't
today.
say anything. I'm 100 pounds down as of today.
All right.
I got to 270 today.
There you go.
So
Love it.
So we'll see how that takes us. Also from
Rocking and
John
rolling
Bryant.
along.
Yeah. John Bryant Stewart. Would Ace Reese be a first rounder if he was eligible this year? If you had to call it today, do you think he'll be here next year? He would absolutely be a first round pick.
A Southern Miss fan told me yesterday that he was not a first rounder. But JB Middleton was a first rounder, and
Wow.
Ace Reese will never sniff it.
I love reading your mentions. They're just so much fun. That being said, do you think he'll be back next season? I mean, has State lost a player in the NIL era that they were just desperate to keep in baseball? Like they want Slade Alford's had a great career since he left Mississippi State, but they did not want him to stay.
I think Dakota Jordan was going to be that,
but they got him back.
Like within hours, they got him back.
Yeah.
The only thing is like you're going to have a coaching change, and is he going to want to be a part of that? Is he going to use this as an opportunity to go explore his options, go somewhere else? I don't know Ace personally. I didn't get a chance to talk to him whenever he committed to Mississippi State. We've talked in a press conference setting, but I don't know him and his family.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what their thought process is. From an NIL perspective, I imagine State's going to be willing to pay him a good lump sum for next season.
Yeah.
It's just, I think it's going to depend on whether or not he wants to be here or if he wants to go somewhere else.
Yeah,
if he wants to go back home to Texas, if he wants to go to LSU, I mean, those feel like logical spots for him.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
You have to pay. I mean, it's simple as that.
And I mean, I'm like, this is just the elephant in the room. There's been contact made, I believe, from other schools, which is legal right now because there's a coaching change.
Right.
Those guys can enter the portal if they want to. Now they can't talk to him before they enter the portal, but we know how that goes. So I mean, that's the big elephant in the room, and I think it's worthy talking about that he is going to be a wanted man, and it's going to be up to State making a hire, I think, that's going to be able to convince him to stay and also having the money available to give to him.
All right.
And then next year, obviously, he's going to be, I think,
he'll be a first round pick.
Early pick.
Assuming he continues.
I would believe so.
Yeah. Nathan Kelly, if Space Jam had starred Stone Cold Steve Austin instead of Michael Jordan, how would that movie have ended? Who is this person?
Stone Cold Steve Austin is the guy that won the steel cage match at the St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
I don't have any recollection of that guy.
Remember? Bald-headed guy, knee braces, drank a lot of beer, flipped everybody off.
Vader.
Blocks people on Twitter.
He's talking about Big Van Vader.
No. This guy, he likes to block people.
Nathan Jones is who he's thinking about.
No, that's not him.
No.
That would be entertaining, though.
Mordecai? Wasn't that guy's name?
Mordecai.
Was that him? The guy who was like the angel version of the Undertaker? Malachi? What was his name?
The angel version of the
What was
Undertaker.
that guy's name?
Are you talking about the Stalker?
No.
That was Barry Windham, wasn't it?
You're thinking of Danny Spivey.
Dan Spivey
was Waylon Mercy.
Waylon Mercy.
No.
Which one was the Stalker? Was that Dan?
That
Spivey
was him.
Too?
That was him. Oh, are you talking about
that was the Stalker was, I'm pretty sure, was Barry Windham. What is his name like the Stalker?
I don't remember that. I'm thinking about this guy. He looked like the Undertaker, but he was all in white. What's his name? Malachi?
That might be. It was Barry Windham that he was the Stalker. But the person I was thinking about that you were talking about was Dan Spivey.
Okay.
Waylon Mercy.
Mordecai.
Who was it?
His name is Kevin Thorne.
Oh yeah. Kevin Thorne was a real gothic guy. Yeah.
But he came out like the Undertaker, but he was all white. Anyway, I don't know the answer to your question, Nathan.
Wasn't Kevin Thorne at one point like a emo or goth guy or something like that? Or he was like a vampire, wasn't he?
No, was he? Maybe so. Brogan Fairchild, if you were a WWE superstar,
all those
they run together. If you were a WWE superstar, would you want to have an original walkout song or choose one that's already been released? I definitely want my own.
Yeah.
So get the what are they called? The Rev Dogs, or what is the name of it? You know what I'm talking about. Def Rebel. That's what it is. Isn't that what it is? People who do the music.
Def Rebel?
They were the CFOs, and then they switched over. It's called Def Rebel is the name of the band.
AEW?
No, for WWE.
WWE?
Yeah.
Is that the ones now?
Yeah, I think so.
They got some good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
AEW has some good stuff as well.
If you could relive two inconsequential normal days in your life, what two ages would you choose?
Where you just go through the motions?
Yeah, just a normal day.
Okay, nothing to do. Well, can I have summertime, like elementary school
You just literally have nothing to do. You just hang
where
around.
I wake up, I go outside and swim at my house. I hang out with my friends. We go get a snow cone at the Sugar Shack in Louisville.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh, no. Friday during the summer where I'm swimming at the pool with my friends all day. Actually, what I really want is the Friday where we let off school. And I'm having a pool party at my house with my classmates, like 5th grade. That night, we go out to eat at El Rodeo in Louisville. Then we go to the movie theater to go see a summer blockbuster.
That's great. Yeah.
We walk down the sidewalk to Discount Video. And we go into Discount Video. I could get me like 2 or 3 wrestling pay-per-views, plus some N64 video games. We go back home. We stay up till 2 a.m. With a box of pizza and Mountain Dew.
Oh, yeah.
And just have the night of our lives.
Yeah, I'm thinking like
that's one of the times I want.
Like age 19 for me, where like I'm going over. Brian McDuff's listening. Going over to his house on a Friday night. Gonna play Sega all night long. Play Bill Walsh College football and Mortal Kombat.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
I'm in for that. And then can I have a day where I have a girlfriend and like
you want to get away.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying it can be her. I'm just saying like I think you can see what I'm getting at here.
No, I would probably go back to college at some point.
Yeah,
I mean, without the school.
Yeah.
Like college time. Yeah, those are the times whenever you just had like pretty much no responsibility. You don't have to worry about bills. You don't have to worry about anything like that. Work.
Yeah, it'd be great.
That's what I want.
There you go.
I love my family to death, but I want to go back
one
in
day.
time where
if I have one day,
yeah,
I would take that.
I want to go back in time where I have no responsibilities and I don't have to deal with that. I get to enjoy time with my family now.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a time where I'm
picking one day. Yeah, that's not being greedy. That's not being selfish.
I think so.
All right. Ryan Reynolds, the actor. Yeah. Would you rather be the star of the Savannah Bananas or a bench player on the Colorado Rockies? So I did a quick little look here. And
how much do the Savannah Bananas make? That's question.
the question, right? So according to this, they make around between $2,000 and $7,000 a month. So around. Ooh. So that being said, though, they don't work all year.
That's still a nice little paycheck.
It is, but what's the average?
But that's only like what? Well, what's their schedule like?
They probably work like 6 months out of the year. They probably work, like March through September. The minimum salary in the major leagues is $760,000 a year. I'll be a bench player on the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah, so that if they work half a year, that's going to be $42,000.
Yeah, it's not close.
No.
Yeah.
So. Now, if that was a year-long thing, I mean, it's still not great. $84,000.
Yeah, it's a lot less pressure though.
But they're probably like
it's more fun.
They probably do other things.
Yeah,
so they probably have a job.
Yeah, exactly. Papa Crawdad asks, is Tom Cruise on your Mount Rushmore of actors? That's a tough one.
Oh, I think he might be just off.
So
let's think about Mount Rushmore.
So because I'm older than you, right? So like Pacino and De Niro are on mine.
Yeah, but I have a wide range. I watched American Movie Classics.
Right, so I'm gonna go
stuff in the 40s.
My first three the first three that came to my head for me are Pacino, De Niro, and Harrison Ford.
Because you're thinking blockbuster movies.
Well, he's just been in so many great movies that I love.
Well, Harrison Ford's had 2 iconic characters.
Yes.
And then he's had great movies behind
yes.
He had Air Force One.
Yeah.
He had
The Fugitive.
What was The Fugitive?
Fugitive's a great movie.
And then you have Indiana Jones
and Star Wars
and Han Solo.
They were debating this on the rewatchables. When I say Harrison Ford, do you think of Indiana Jones or Han Solo first?
Han Solo.
I think Han Solo.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, because Indiana Jones is one of the top movie characters of all time.
Yeah, but the first thing that comes to mind when I'm thinking Harrison Ford is him in Star Wars.
Exactly. So who's my fourth guy? I mean, is it Cruise? Is it Tom Hanks?
Denzel Washington.
Is it Jack Nicholson? Is it Denzel? That's a good one.
Denzel is up there for me.
Yeah.
I think Denzel is on my Mount Rushmore because you start running through his characters in his movies.
What is your favorite Denzel movie? Mine might surprise you.
I think that it's Remember the Titans.
Okay.
But
you know that's not mine, but go ahead.
Training Day is one of my favorite characters. John Q, I love.
Man on Fire.
Man on Fire is great.
My favorite Denzel. I love it.
Bone Collector. Is
really good.
Very underrated movie.
Really good.
Book of Eli is really good.
Fallen. Fallen is really good. Yeah.
I
don't think he's on. I don't think, to answer this question, I don't think Cruise is in my Mount Rushmore, my top
Glory.
Glory. I love Glory. That's a great movie.
Glory's a great movie.
But he's close.
Denzel has a very good argument to be like in that Mount Rushmore, but to me, he might be the greatest African American actor ever. The roles that he's had as an African American actor,
yeah, absolutely,
just incredible.
Yeah,
Forrest Whitaker's up there, too, with him. I just don't know because there's so many different nuances. Like, what do you go with?
We're also we haven't mentioned like Stallone and Schwarzenegger. Those guys are in huge movies that you and I both love.
Yeah,
like my favorite action movie of all time is Predator. I love Predator. The Rocky, again, Stallone's another one. Rocky and Rambo, those are huge movies. I mean, yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, there's so many different ways that you can go with that. Like, who's the best character actor? Like, if I'm talking like like guys that have just been great characters, like Colin Farrell being able to go from what
Daniel Day-Lewis
to the Penguin.
Yeah,
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah,
Heath Ledger becoming the Joker was incredible.
There's so many
Joaquin
good
Phoenix becoming the Joker, becoming Johnny Cash.
Yeah,
there's some great actors out there.
Right.
But Tom Cruise, longevity, being like he doesn't look that much older than he did when he was like.
He looks like he's aged 5 years since Top Gun.
Like Top Gun, or like what was the other Risky Business?
Oh yeah.
Like that stuff. If you're taking him from that to now, like he just doesn't look that different.
All right.
He's still doing action movies.
Yeah. The Junction Report asks, and this question is for you, Robbie. It says, "Hey, Robbie, my math skills aren't great. How many runs did Mississippi State score against Missouri last weekend when you add up all 3 games?"
They had 25.
Yeah.
They had 13.
That's 38.
And they had 12.
Yeah. What is that?
That's 50.
That's right.
We'll get back to that here in a little bit.
Yeah, we will. Cody asks us, rank these players based on legacy. Rooker, Mangum, Allen, Hines.
Mangum,
yep,
I think is number 1.
Okay. Allen's 2.
I think Allen's 2 just because the national championship. Yeah. And then Brent Rooker, then Hunter Hines.
I would go with that. Yeah. I'm down with that. Let's see here. Do one more, and then we'll do a commercial here. Tyler Hunt wants us to, oh, God, never mind. We can be here for quite a while.
I don't know if we can we rank these?
I will try. Tyler Hunt, rank the 9 main Star Wars movies in order from best to worst. No, I don't have to do that.
Well, right. I have to.
Okay. First off, I've never seen The Rise of Skywalker, and I never will. So it's going to be dead last. It's 9th.
I didn't think it was that bad. I
was out after Last Jedi. I was out. No more. No more for me. So that being said, Last Jedi is
upset as some of you other Star Wars fans did on these later movies.
Well, so be it. But I did, and that's why Last Jedi is going to be 8th.
And you didn't watch Solo either.
I watched Solo. I liked Solo.
I thought you were out after the.
Solo was before The Last Jedi.
That's right.
But it doesn't matter. I would have gone to watch Solo anyway. It wasn't about the same story.
Okay.
But that's how I like Solo, and I love Rogue One. Rogue One's outstanding. And I need to watch Andor. Everybody's telling me I need to watch Andor.
I've heard Andor is fantastic. I watched the first season.
So Last Jedi is second to last. Let's start at the top now. Empire Strikes Back is number 1 for me. It's the best one.
Yes.
Then I'm going to go Return of the Jedi. Then I'm going to go Revenge of the Sith. I love Revenge of the Sith. Really, really good. I know it's A New Hope. Let's just be honest. It's Star Wars. Star Wars is the name of the movie. That's 4th. Then I would go Attack of the Clones, Phantom Menace. I guess the bottom 3 are the bottom 3.
You told me that the episodes 1 through 3 did not bother you.
They don't bother me as much. When they first came out, I was like, these aren't great. Especially
They've
Jar
grown
Jar.
on you
They've
again.
grown. Revenge of the Sith is a really good movie.
Revenge of the Sith is really good.
And then
It's
seventh, I
starts to tell
guess,
a
is
story.
Force Awakens. I can't stand the new ones. I can't. Maybe I'm an old guy. I don't know. I can't stand them.
Okay.
So.
Well, Rogue One, you said you really liked.
Rogue One, because it goes back to the old story. It's really good. I love Rogue One. Rogue One was fantastic.
So where's that on your?
That's not one of the 9.
Oh, it's not.
No, because it's a Star Wars story.
Okay.
So
well, neither is Solo.
It's not an episode 9, episode
It's
6.
not like Skywalker and the
Last Jedi is
Last
episode
Jedi.
8 and Rise of Skywalker is episode 9. Never will watch. There are 2 movies I will never watch. Never. Rise of Skywalker, and I've never seen Titanic, and I never will.
Oh, why not?
It got too overhyped. I was in college right when it came out, and everybody's like, "You got to see it," and now it's just a thing. I know how it ends.
My whole family went to go see it, but me.
All right,
Had to wait till the VHS came out.
Let's move into the rest of the show. That's brought to you by our friends over at Two Brothers Smoked Meats in the heart of the Cotton District, and the Older Brother, the home of the fancy sandwich. 2 great restaurants right next door to each other in the Cotton District. Anytime you're in Starkville around lunchtime or dinner time, a trip to the Cotton District makes it really easy to have a great meal. And you got a better than 0 chance of running into Robbie Falk or Brian Haydad at either one of those spots. So if you're going to be in Starkville, you want to enjoy some smoked Southern soul food or a fancy sandwich, your choices are there in the Cotton District. Two Brothers Smoked Meats and the Older Brother. Great products, great service. Every business likes to promise it to you. They deliver it to you at Advantage Business Systems. They've been doing it for 50 years. Calm down, chunk. God. If you need technology for your business, you're going to come home with me. I'm going to take care of you. I love Chuck. That's Brandon Walker's finest role.
Yeah.
If you need technology for your business, give Advantage Business Systems a call. And then if you need service, guys, you just call on the same number. You're talking to the same people. Everything's taken care of right there with one phone call. And that number is 601-362-9192, or you can visit them online, absms.com. Find out how Advantage Business Systems will help your business do business. If you're going to be in Starkville anytime soon, you need to come by Maroon & Co. and check out the biggest and best selection of Mississippi State merchandise in the Golden Triangle. If you're not going to be in Starkville, no problem. Just check out their website, maroonandco.com. Everywhere you look, maroon and white, it's right there. Great Father's Day gifts, but hey, just great everyday gifts. If you've got a Bulldog fan in your life, Maroon & Co. can make it easy for you. And we're going to make it easy to save you some money with our promo code Thunder15, 15% off regular price. Some exclusions do apply. Next time you're in Starkville, or if you're not going to be in Starkville, doesn't matter. You can go to maroonandco.com, shop at Maroon & Co. This weekend will be here before you know it, and that means you need to be out in the yard. You're going to be doing stuff around the house. Before you do all that, make sure a trip to Scruggs Farm Lawn and Garden is on the agenda just to get the things that you need. They have the things that you need. They have the things that you want, and they have them for less. The John Deere Drive Green Spring Sales Event, it's still going on. 0% financing up to 48 months on the Gators and mowers. 0% financing up to 72 months on compact tractors. You don't want to miss out on those deals. Nothing runs like a Deere. To get your yard looking the best it can, you need those John Deere products. Go visit Scruggs Farm Lawn and Garden at 3575 Tom Watson Drive in Saltillo, or you can shop online, scruggsfarm.com. Scruggs Farm Lawn and Garden, they have what you want for less. All right, back into it here. Ford Polk. Can't believe y'all didn't choose Naboo from Star Wars. It's hands down the number 1 Star Wars planet to live on. That's probably a good choice because it looked like it was pretty, technologically advanced, and it doesn't get blown up.
That's true.
So you're probably correct. Should have gone with
weather's
Naboo.
not like 30 below.
Yeah, it looked like it was nice. It was temperate.
Or hot lava.
Yeah, exactly. Brian, you're a fan of the Giants because of Will Clark, right? Why not? Why follow him and not Palmeiro? No hate towards Clark. Just curious. I didn't want to be a Cubs fan. Simple as that. Didn't want to be a Cubs fan.
So you married a Cubs fan.
I didn't know that at the time.
She snuck that through, kind of like I did with Becky with wrestling.
Yeah, so.
I never told Becky that I enjoyed
you
wrestling until we got married.
I told Jennifer early in the process.
Well, in fairness, I had stopped
Yeah.
watching it, and then I got around Kyle Niblett, and he started getting me interested in it again.
Yeah, that's
And then I got married.
So, I just like Clark better too. Just me. Which sound do you like better, a wood bat or a metal bat? A wood bat. The sound of that plonk.
I do. I like
so
I like the crack of the bat.
Working for the weekend asks us, how do you typically respond when someone goes on autopilot and asks, how are you doing twice? As in, how are you? I'm good. How are you? I'm good. You? Yeah.
Yeah.
Robbie, you know that there's somebody in your life that goes on autopilot a lot sometimes. You'll be talking and they're just not paying attention. How do you react to that?
Not a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Not a fan at all.
Yeah.
That's you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
What? Yeah.
Brian killed a guy. Mm-hmm.
Self-defense. Also, from working for the weekend, how confident are you that you have mentioned on the podcast the name of State's future baseball coach? Even in the limited, we're not throwing out like 20 names. I feel like we've named him.
I feel like we have,
Yeah.
but a lot of times there is a guy that just kind of slips through and he becomes the coach. But we've mentioned so many possibilities. I feel like it's going to be somebody that we've mentioned, at least one person that we've mentioned.
Yeah, I agree.
I couldn't tell you who it's going to be. I really don't know. But I feel like State has a good group of coaches. It would floor me if they made a bad hire.
Yeah.
It really would.
Yeah.
But if it's a bad hire, I feel like I could tell you it's a bad hire.
Yeah, I agree.
Like if it's somebody like if they make a hire where say they end up hiring Justin Parker, and I'm not throwing shade at Parker, but I feel like that would not be a good hire right now, just because it feels like they would be settling.
Yeah.
If they made that hire, I think we would both tell you that's not a good decision, or doesn't feel like a good decision.
Agreed. All right. Both Avery Pryor and Adam Serkin ask, is there a scenario where State wins the tournament, they could move up to hosting? Maybe, but you and I have always agreed that, like, by the time you get to Sunday when they're announcing the host sites, they're not really paying much attention at that point.
I don't think State can host.
Yeah, I don't either.
If they get to Sunday, that would be four wins.
Mm-hmm.
That's 19 wins against SEC schools.
Yeah.
That's good. That's really good. I just don't think that the committee is going to put that much thought into that.
Yeah, I agree.
We saw last year, State won over 20 games against SEC teams.
Yeah.
And did not host.
Agreed.
So I just don't
see it. I agree. I agree with you on that.
Now you're solidified as a 2 seed at that point,
right.
Obviously. I think a win solidifies you as a 2 seed this week, but
all right. Ethan Brazil asks, going to be a first-time dad soon, age of 35.
Congratulations.
Congrats. I was going to ask this question today anyway, considering my wife her due date is the 27th. She just called me while I was listening to the show at 1:47 a.m. to say her water broke.
Oh, boy.
Brian had just finished his interview when I got the call, and a second what's the question?
Should I wrap this baby boy in maroon?
Well, he says a second question. What's the first question? Ethan was like just trying to put this together on the way out the door. I get it.
He sent this question at 2:01 a.m.
Yeah.
So
we'll let it slide.
Yeah.
He wants to know, should I wrap this baby boy in maroon and white or let Faith decide the team he likes? Plus, I'm a Dolphins and Marlins fan. Oh, I don't want to put him through all three. The thing is this, and I'll just be honest with you on something right here. We're going to be honest. Like when you go off to college and you change teams, let's say, you grow up a State fan and you go to school at LSU. I obviously have 3 cousins who did that, right? I get it. You went to LSU. You don't want to be like an outsider. You want to go to the games and enjoy them. So you become a fan of LSU. I can forgive it, right? A son that picks a team against his dad's team while he's still a kid is just a jerk.
Yeah.
Is like the worst kind of kid. Maybe like Damien from The Omen. I would stab him with a sacrificial knife and get him out of there. Obviously not a kid you want to be around. So it doesn't matter what you do in this situation, Ethan. Your son is going to want to cheer for the teams you cheer for. There's no getting around it. Why am I a Saints fan? Because my dad was a Saints fan.
That's true. It's your birthright.
Yeah.
That's why I ask my parents sometimes, why did y'all do this?
Exactly.
But I know that it's my birthright. It had to happen.
Yeah.
Why are there, speaking of the Antichrist, why are there several omens?
Yeah.
It's like a whole.
Because in the first,
I haven't watched past Open One.
I can help you. The first one, the kid lives, right?
Damien.
In the second one, he's a teenager. It's still Damien. He's a teenager, and like things are moving into place to make him a powerful person.
Nobody ever killed him?
No. They try, they fail. The third one, he's a grown up and he's like a politician and he's becoming the Antichrist.
Oh.
So Played by
Makes
Sam
sense.
Neill, the guy from Jurassic Park.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen past Omen
Yeah.
1.
The first one is awesome, but
Yeah,
yeah.
it is good.
His
Hey,
mother-
Damien!
Yeah.
Like the ladies up
That is
top
a
of the-
messed up scene. Yeah.
Like, what the heck?
Yeah. His mother was a jackal.
And then they remade it, didn't
Yeah,
they?
yeah, they did. I forget who was in it, but they remade it.
The guy that does the voiceover for
Julia Stiles. Oh, Liev Schreiber.
Liev Schreiber, the guy that does the
fan
voiceovers
of
for
him.
Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
Yes, he's the dad.
I'm a big
He's
fan of Liev
Damien's dad.
Schreiber. That's he's also Sabretooth.
Sabretooth, a tiger.
Sabretooth, Wolverine's brother
Oh, that's
in
right.
the X-Men.
Yeah,
Saberwolf was a character on the video game Killer Instinct, which I was a big fan of.
Oh.
Andrew Norwood, if the starting nine for never mind. We'll go to the next question. I'm not doing
We have
nine.
to do a walkout song.
I'm not doing nine. Nine's too many, Andrew.
That's
Come on.
too much.
Also, who on Media Row would have Joe Hendry's intro? This one's really easy. You ready? I'm going to sing it for you. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joel Coleman. I believe in Joel Coleman. That's Joel Coleman.
Yeah, I could deal with that.
Yeah, I mean, the
And he's
syllable
smiling
quote.
all the time.
Joel Coleman doing the turn 100%.
Yeah.
So,
Does he count as Media Row still?
he's on the row.
Okay.
He's there with us. Our buddy Steve Mormon asks, I am on the board of aldermen from my town, and last night we voted on a new garbage collector. When asked about what color bins we wanted, I responded, maroon is all that matters. What's that wrong?
The term maroon is all that matters doesn't bother me.
No, it's the shirt.
T-shirt.
It's the shirt. Yeah.
I saw one last night.
Really?
Yes, in the wild.
21 years. Incredible.
How is it still? I have shirts that I still wear shirts.
Yeah.
From like
You had an 07 shirt on the other day.
yeah, but I don't even know if I own a shirt that goes back to 2004. That's a bit much. I have one that 07.
Yeah.
2004 seems like a stretch.
That's a long one. Yeah.
How have these things not turned into dust?
Well, they still make them.
Really?
Yeah. You can still buy them. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Chris asked, the debates back and forth at times between you two are entertaining. With that said, which of you is Shawn Michaels and which of you is Marty Jannetty? Also, what is the most shocking tag team breakup? That one's up there.
Yeah.
The Shield.
Shield. I felt like that was going to happen eventually, though.
Yeah, I didn't think.
But Marty and Shawn.
You know what I thought though?
I don't
didn't
think
think it would
anybody
be.
saw it.
I never thought it would be Rollins. I thought it'd be Ambrose that turned on.
We all thought Ambrose was going to be the guy, which made it a great swerve.
That's a good one. The Steiner brothers.
Yeah. That was surprising.
Because they're brothers.
Yeah.
That was one. Trying to think if there's anyone else that really stands out to me. I don't know. Those are
But
good
Marty
ones.
and Shawn was very shocking.
What
because
an act of cowardice!
Nobody had ever seen
Yeah,
like
they didn't.
either one of them.
We didn't know Shawn Michaels could be a singles guy. We thought they
No.
were just a tag team guy.
Marty was kind of the leader of the group. It
Yeah.
felt like. But
Yeah,
I think his drug and alcohol problem
was a huge problem. Yeah,
had a major toll. On
So
his
which
career.
one of us is Sean and which one of us is Marty? I'm going to throw you through the window here. We'll find out.
I feel like
But that's not a good example for us because there's not
No.
like you and I are more like the Midnight Express. We're a great team.
Am I beautiful Bobby?
No, you're Sweet Stan.
Okay.
I'm beautiful Bobby.
But we
Beautiful
need-
Brian.
We
and,
need bullets.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And that makes Will East kind of our Jim Cornette. I need to get him a tennis racket
Yeah,
and
he
a
needs a tennis
pink
racket.
blazer.
Yeah.
Hunter Bolin, I just got back from Alaska for vacation. Wow. Would highly recommend. What's the furthest place you have traveled for a vacation? Las Vegas.
Oregon.
Oh, yeah. Wait, did you go for vacation or did you go for work?
Yeah, I went to vacation.
Okay. I thought
Me and Becky went in
Okay.
2019.
Okay. Okay.
We took Natty up there. She was a year old,
Mhm.
and we went up there. It was a work conference for her, but it was vacation for us.
Yeah. Michael McCoy, do you guys think Isaac Smith will end up being what used to be called a dog safety in Joe Lee Dunn's defense? Yeah, I mean he'll
Isn't
play.
he pretty much that anyway?
Yeah, he'll play close to the line.
I
Basically.
mean, he did that last year.
Yeah, agree. Brick Thomas, mountains or the beach for vacation? I think we differ on this one, don't we?
I'm mountains.
Oh, mountains. Okay, yeah, mountains.
100%.
For-
I did
yeah.
not like the beach.
I do not like the beach.
I'll tolerate it, but I don't. I'm not going to say like, hey, let's go to the beach.
Yeah.
Like I never want to do that.
The craziest game I sat up and watched was MSU versus LSU in the SEC tournament in 2019. What other crazy games have you sat up and watched at home or in person? Well, we were at that one.
Yeah.
That's on there. You were at that other one too, weren't you? Against Missouri.
No, but I watched it.
I watched
it
one.
on my computer.
Um,
That one, the Alabama game.
oh
the
yeah,
Alabama
yeah.
extra
I know what
inning
you're talking about.
game
Yeah,
in 2017.
that's one for sure. Yeah, that's a good one. We're just doing baseball. The Ole Miss game, the Saturday game last year,
yeah,
it went like 12 innings, didn't it? And State took the lead like 3 straight innings and couldn't ever hold it.
Yeah, LSU tops it all. I mean, we went to 17 innings, and it was like
5 in the morning before we got to bed.
It was like 2 or 3 in the morning when the game ended.
Yeah, gonna happen probably tonight.
Don't you wish that evil on me?
I know. Your current MLB takes about teams and players. The Giants are just okay. That's my take. They're just okay.
I don't think the Yankees are going to do anything.
If the Giants had like one more star player, they'd be trouble, but they don't. So, Brad Baxter, will Hunter Hines get a statue at Duty Noble? I don't think so. That's not because he doesn't have the postseason success.
No, and I mean it's just kind of been like the main thing has been home runs.
Yeah.
Like there hasn't been a whole lot more.
If State goes on a run here and somehow wins the national title and he hits some big home runs, maybe.
Yeah,
but probably not. My wife and I will be in Dallas in a few weeks for the Southern Baptist Convention. Any food recommendations? Where do we go? Terry Black's. That place was awesome.
100% Terry Black.
Go there, yeah.
It's not on a great side of town.
Yeah,
but it is well worth it.
Not only that, what killed me about this, as busy as they were, we were in and out, man. They got a system.
When you have an operation like that,
they got a system.
It's kind of like Mama Hamil's. Mama Hamil's, like you just kind of roll through. Yeah. Everybody's got a table.
Yeah. Mangum Cafe, what are the best music streaming services? Why do some of them cost so much? I use Spotify. It's $10 a month. That's the best one to me.
Yep.
Would the Starkville Super see an all-time record crowd? If Mississippi State were to somehow get a super regional, yes, I think especially if State was ready to go to win a game to go to the College World Series, yes, I think you'd have close to 17,000.
Yes, they would create like temporary seating outside or something and count it.
Yeah. And last one from the Mangum Cafe: have you eaten at Jack Brown's in Birmingham? I have not.
I don't think so.
Let me see what kind of food it is.
That sounds like a barbecue place.
It does. It's a beer and burger joint.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I like burgers.
I've not been
Next
there.
time I'm over that way, I'll give it a try. Rob Hadaway is currently sitting at a 5th grade awards day, aghast at the number of grown adults who can't resist shouting out stuff when their kid's name gets called. What is wrong with these people? First off, use of the word aghast is fantastic. You don't hear that word very often. I mean, I get the enthusiasm, but yeah, when they tell you to like hold your applause to the end, that's really what you should do.
And it's 5th grade, folks.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. It's not like when your kid graduates high school, you want to yell. Okay.
I was at Brandon High School graduation the other night, which I almost jumped from the upper rows of the Mississippi Coliseum because there was 500 kids that were getting their names called, and it there was no other way to do it. Like it just got to do it. It took forever. But there was one girl that came across, and the dad was sitting up across. He was across Mississippi Coliseum from me, and he just started screaming, "Baby girl!" over and over, 100 times. Would not stop. They're continuing to call names and just kept going.
I can't deal with that.
I'm like, can somebody please take this guy out? Like, I'm not saying with a bullet. Like, just can you get
him out of the room?
Can you get security to tell this guy to leave? Because it's ridiculous. You're ruining it for everybody else. Yeah. But please, folks.
This Jack Brown place looks pretty good. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, I might go try it out.
Today's burger is the Ron Swanson. It is burger topped with Applewood smoked bacon, Munster cheese, and barbecue bacon mayo on a butter toasted flip flop bun. Which looks like the flip-flop bun looks like the bun. Yeah, the bun is inside out. So, like, the soft part is touching the burger, and the toasted part is on top. So, it's like a grilled cheese almost.
Interesting. Or like a panini or something.
Yeah. That looks pretty good.
I might go try it out.
All right. Last one today, and it's a good one. Davis Medford asks us, I'm getting married on Sunday. What's your best marriage advice? Run. Get out. Don't do it.
Brian is not going to be a great encourager for kids in marriage.
To
Apparently,
cherish it.
he's not a fan. Apparently,
I love my kids.
oh,
Yeah, she's not listening. I mean, it's just some of the stuff they talk about. Some of the old don't go to bed angry and stuff like that. It's very true.
yeah,
Don't go to bed angry if you can avoid it.
yeah. Go ahead and
if somebody
get it out of your system, and
if she asks you to do something, the whole I'll do it in a minute. Just get up and do it.
just go ahead and do
Get up
it.
and do it. And but that same token, if you ask her to do something, she doesn't do it, then that's a problem.
Oh, it's just the whole thing. Like, it's just not worth the whole stuff that comes
Right.
afterwards.
Right.
Like, just grit your teeth and go do
Just get it over
and
with.
be done with it.
Exactly. All right. Future Brian will let us know what happened, and then that'll determine what tomorrow's show kind of looks like. So we don't know what that's going to be just yet. Talk to you guys tomorrow. For Robbie Falk, I'm Brian Haydad. Thanks for listening to Thunder Lightning here on Super Talk, Mississippi.